Alright, so we're going to talk about what WordPress calls widgets in this video. So we've got the site we've been working on, and sometimes in WordPress we will just see stuff in places and not really know how it got there or why it's there. And this is almost always going to be in the footer. Sometimes if your theme has a sidebar, it'll be there, but in this theme, I look down at the footer and I've got some stuff here. I've got this search bar and I've got this stuff. And this is another example of WordPress sometimes being set up to be a blog and not necessarily like an organization site or what we're going to typically be using it for. All right, so these things are called widgets, and we access them in the admin panel in the dashboard under Appearance Widgets. And what you've got here are a list of the available things that you can put places, and then the places that your theme says you can put things. Okay, so for this theme, it's got an area called footer 1 and footer 2, and that's where we can throw things. For the most part, widgets are not very useful. They're a little outdated, and we usually don't kind of just want junk in the bottom of our page. So if I want to remove these things, I can drag them off. Okay, so footer 1 now doesn't have any widgets in there, and if I refresh, this search bar will go away. Footer 2, I can do the same thing, just drag it off. One example of a time you might want to use widgets is you could put some custom HTML code here. And for example, maybe you want to embed a map, or you want to include an address or something like that. That would be a good time to use a widget. You also have the just arbitrary text widget. So if you want to put some text here, that would be a time that you would do that. A lot of times we see menus in the footer of a page, so you can add navigation menus here as well. Just be careful because, for example, this theme by default has a menu right here, and that menu would be controlled in the menus section, just like we talked about there. So that would be the footer menu. So widgets, generally not something you're going to use a lot. The main thing here is to know how to get rid of them. Don't clutter up your page with stuff you don't need. Stick to your message, get your message across.